Hey guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money, and hey, we made some money today. I hope you guys made lots of money today, and how can you not make money when the market just keeps going up and up and up every day? It's too easy, so winner, winner, chicken dinner, we made money today. But let's get right into it. Lots going on. The new Bitcoin ETFs have been approved and are expected to start coming out. A bunch of them are going to be launched. So that's getting the cryptocurrency market all fired up and really exciting today. I really don't know how these ETFs are going to manipulate the crypto market this much and make this huge of a difference with, betting on futures and different things with them. But it's working. So that means a lot of money is going back into crypto. And at the end of the day, you still have to make sure that China is okay with it. And China doesn't allow Bitcoin mining or changes the rules or does what China does. Still going to be an impact on it. But it doesn't really affect us because we are not heavily in cryptocurrency on Raja Makes Money, as you guys know. But it could be big. Who knows? But great day in the market today, up $67,000. So take that as a win. We've made an incredible comeback, over $2 million comeback from our lows. So we are in the black, in the green for the year. So that's terrific. And I told you guys we would come all the way back. Now we're just playing our progressive jackpot here. So we got one position, Lucid, obviously. We have the $24 strike price for next week. The volatility is getting a little bit lower on it, so it's only 71 cents. Obviously, Lucid could drop $1 in one day and we'll be down $100,000 or more, who knows. But hopefully not. Hopefully it stays around this $24 and we can keep riding it out. Like I said, I like Lucid. I got a lot of confidence in it, especially when they deliver a car. I think this thing pops. But if we can catch another week or two and keep collecting that premium, that is what I want to do. But no matter what, if it's above $24 next Friday, we will be up $500,000 and our account will hit $6,031,000. So, but great week in the markets, up $375,000. Lucid today was up 7 cents. Actually, with the market so strong and everything was up today, Lucid for a while was actually down, surprisingly. So went all the way down to 23.43, came back, was a little bit higher, but finished the day positive. So it worked out for us. Can't complain. Bitcoin, like I was telling you guys, got as high as almost 63,000. It's come off of its highs now. But as you can see, Bitcoin is still on a tear. Our Coinbase account is up quite a bit nicely. 71,900, so you can see in the last a week here. So it was actually pretty high here. It was actually higher a week ago on the 9th, but it's coming back. It's been a little higher. So unfortunately, a lot of the other stocks aren't running at the same speed as Bitcoin. We have a heavy position in Cardano. That hasn't really gone. We need that to get back up to that $3 where it was. It's near its highs. It'd be great. But as I said, markets today, great. Dow up 380 points, S&P 33, NASDAQ 73. Great day. That's what I was telling you guys about. The futures for the ETFs is set to begin trading next week, so that'll be interesting. Definitely keep an eye on those. FDA panel unanimously recommends J&J COVID booster shots to adults who already got the first dose. So just more shots out there, more good news, and everything else is nothing else too exciting going on. This is Michael Burry says he's no longer betting against Tesla, and that his put position was just a trade. So I guess he got burned is what he's saying. But Tesla today, that was on fire. Did you guys see it? That keeps coming up in the higher mid-800s, 843. So Tesla had a terrific day today. Surprised some of the other electric car vehicle companies didn't have such a great day like Lucid. Like I said, I want to keep Lucid around this $24, but I definitely wouldn't mind if Lucid was $25 today. So above 24 was great, and we could have made a lot more money if we rode these out to the last minute today, like last week's. But we rolled them out. We picked up $151,000 more dollars for this week. Very happy, like I said, with the trade. If we can continually make 100, 200,000 a week into the rest of this year, we will finish up terrifically. We will outdo all the major indices, and we will definitely outdo Kathy Woods and her ARK investments. She is having a rough go at it, but she was up today. How much was she up? We'll take a look. Kathy Woods up a little bit, 0.19 cents, but she's still down for the year. So that is what we are making our baseline on for the rest of the year, is outperforming Kathy Woods in the markets. Nah, just kidding. What do you guys got for me, guys? How did you guys do in the markets today? What do you guys got here in the chat? Hello. What's up? Make Money says, what's up, Roger? Can't wait till December 3rd and 4th. I assume you'll be coming to Foxwoods to visit us. It's a slot machine. Glad the market is good. Thank you, Simon. Hope you're doing good in the market. Tracy D says, the coins are on fire. They are. So definitely be interested in where they go. Carla in the house says, thoughts on Mogo. Take a look at it. Never even heard of that one. Mogo. Well, that was up 7% today and up another 1.8%, almost 9% today with after hours. Not familiar with this one at all. Looks like it's been much higher at times. As low as $1, as high as 12. So you're catching it in the mid. I would say if, like I said, without knowing a bunch about this one, looks like it's a profitable company. The P&E is extremely high. So if the stock at $5, the P&E is 70. If the stock was $10 to $11, this P&E would be 140. So definitely trading on some forward-looking earnings. Earnings date is November 8th, so you got a little while there, or somewhere in here, 8th and 12th. CI Investment Service on Mogo. So don't know, like I said, don't know anything about it, but I mean, if you look at the chart for the last year, it's definitely come off of its highs. You're buying it at a better price, and it looks like this year it's kind of had a nice baseline around where it is. So could be a good opportunity, but just be careful with it. Crazy Carl, when are you going to buy Apple again? Crazy Carl, I will buy Apple again when you start eating pears. No. Like I said, I've been watching Apple. I still do play Apple in some of my other accounts, and Apple has been coming back, especially from, I told you guys when it was at 138. But I don't think Apple is going to have a blowout earnings this quarter. Will Apple be worth more money a year from now? Yes. Will Apple be worth more money 2 years from now? Yes. Is Apple an incredibly great company with $200 billion in the bank? Yes. But the premium is not there. The volatility is definitely been more volatile, and they're not giving you that premium. And without that premium, it's really tough. When you have a stock that, is moving $1, $2 a day, that's $140, and they're, giving the, sell puts to open and the premium on the contracts is, $1, it's just ludicrous. You can't make money with it. It's very dangerous. And like I said, there's more opportunity and money to be made dollar for dollar doing Lucid and other stuff than there is playing Apple right now heavily. So let's see. Christopher says that CTRX got clapped today. CRTX. That was the one, yeah. Maybe. What happened to it? Let's see. Wow, down 14% today. As one thing, when these things go, they can definitely go. Notable Cortex insider trade, 700 company stock. I said, I don't know anything about this one. The premiums are just insane. We should go look. CRT. Well, all right. Well, with it down 10 points today, let's see if there was any movement in that $20 one at $5. Because, I mean, like I said, this thing hasn't been below there. So something is very, very strange on this one. I mean, you would have made a lot of money on the options today, but like we were saying, if you also could have got slammed. Let's see here. All. At 20. So, looks like there's some more activity in these today. But yeah, like that $20 one now at $6.30. That $15 one at $3.50. I mean, that's definitely strong. I like to gamble, but that would be, imagine I could write, if I wanted to wait 1 month, because obviously on Monday, if we didn't do Lucid any longer, and we just did this one, and you had 3,000 contracts at $6.30, if you're able to get them all off, somebody would be sweating bullets here. The market maker, because like I said, the volume is just, what was the volume today? It's usually like 200,000-300,000. So the volume doubled today, so it's obviously where people were selling. It's still, like I said, this thing, it never really goes below $20. So there's got to be something. We got to figure out the news on this one, because the other thing is at $63, it's, $1.9 billion. At $30 would be $1 billion. At 15 would be, it'd take it down to a $500 million company. I don't know. There is something really strange. Definitely, maybe this weekend I'll try and remember to research this one, because that's strong. God, if I wrote 3,000 contracts at $6, you have protection down to $14 if I got the contracts off at the $6. But you have good protection. But you're talking about $1.8 million. I mean, so unless this stock goes to $1, $5, but I don't know. It's tempting. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that's something just doesn't make sense. Like I said, I don't know. It just seems out of whack. I mean, I guess even here, like when you look at this, like if you did, if you did the 20, this takes you down to 1380 or 1370. If you did the 750, that takes you down to 1250. You did this one, it takes you down to 1150. But even at $15, you could write 4,000 contracts. So I don't know. This could be definitely a gamble. I mean, nothing like making 1.8 million over the next month. It'd be almost $400,000 a week. I mean, I guess the true thing would be let it get slapped again 10 more points. Would if you get hit 10 more points, with a 15 go to 5? Then it could be really interesting. I mean, then you got protection to $10 if the 20 went to like 7. Well, here, this will tell you here. If it goes down 10 more points, hypothetically, I mean, mathematically, at some point, too, it doesn't even work out. But hypothetically, if it went down 10 more points, if the $30 one's $12.20 and it drops, and the 20 is $6.30, if it drops 10 more points, does this go? If this going went to like $12 or $10, I don't know. I mean, that would be insane. I would probably do it at $10. The $20 one was definitely at $9 or $10. It would probably be worth the gamble. I don't know. Seems pretty crazy. Like I said, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've never seen anything that crazy like that. Casey's Preacher Boys, strong day playing TZA, looking for a downturn in small cap. TZA. Well, I mean, at some point, at some point, the market's going to pull back. I mean, it can't just go up and up and up every single day. Somebody's not going to have incredible earnings and stuff. David, I keep putting down bets on expecting a fall, costing me a fortune. Stress in paradise. I think that markets, like I said, will pull back and we'll see a fall here at some point. When it happens, I don't know. Once somebody just has to have some bad earnings. If some bad news or earnings comes out, I think right now COVID it's definitely impacting transportation and doing business, but it's really not impacting the economy. There's no, I don't think we're anywhere near a shutdown again in the U.S. So I don't think you have that kind of stuff that you have to worry about. But there definitely is. Obviously there's always risk, so you always have to be very careful with that stuff. But I don't think that we'll see somebody has to just miss earnings incredibly in a category, and that's what's going to tank cars. Cars, tank a category. So if somebody, if an automaker misses, by really bad, but everybody's built in. And the other thing is there's just so much cash in the economy. That people, there's a lot of money still on the sidelines and stuff. A lot of people have made money, a lot of people have lost money. So Andrew says, how much you up on BTC for the year? I've done really well with my Bitcoin. Unfortunately, on the show we don't have any, but my overall crypto has done pretty good for me. It's definitely not one of my largest plays for money, but I've done okay in it, so I can't complain. Marcus, do you recommend any good long-term plays? I've been in BDRY, and it's been good over the last year, and it's affordable. I'll take over that one. I do have a couple. It just depends what your strategy is. Are you looking for... this one got hit pretty hard today, actually, but definitely... from a low of $6 this year, it's up nicely. So, depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for that dividend play, if you're looking, for a growth stock, but I personally think the cruise industry next year will come back pretty strong. Travel's going to get stronger. I think there's definitely a lot of opportunity in some of that stuff. So definitely keep an eye on that, but don't know anything about this dry bulk shipping one. But I definitely think long term, I like Apple. I think Apple in the 130s is a great buy. I think it's going to come down again. And I think after earnings, I wouldn't be surprised to see it in the 135. So keep an eye on that one too. Christopher, so happy I closed those put CRTX yesterday. I have J&J in my long-term average, 147. It's been beat up last 3 months. Add more or sit tight? Your thoughts? J&J is another one, obviously based on coronavirus and vaccinations and everything. It's a big play. It has a decent dividend. It's near, fairly near its highs. I would probably say I don't anticipate J&J going much higher. A lot of these stocks, with Pfizer and all these, like we've seen is they're not really growth stocks. This was kind of an anomaly. This little peak here on Pfizer, I'm kind of shocked about this. But these are all dividend stocks. They're not designed to pay out huge gains and run like crazy. So definitely keep an eye on keep an eye on them. But I don't think there's going to be tremendous growth. The other thing is they don't have, obviously the COVID vaccinations, which, make some money, but, Pfizer kind of got beat up because Viagra, you can make generic and stuff now. So definitely a lot of this stuff has been beat up pretty good, and it's, not beat up. It's just they're just not designed to run because they're designed to give the shareholders money back, via dividends and stuff. So keep an eye on that. Ronnie says, I put calls 24 on Lucid next week. Not sure what that means. You bought puts, you sold puts to open. I don't know. I have puts to open. I hope it does well. I think Lucid will be solid next week still. I think Lucid's going to sit around this $22, $23. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, if it drops $1 next week, $23. We'll lose $100,000 next week. If Lucid goes up 50 cents, we'll make $150,000, $200,000 next week. So, if Lucid stays above $24, we make $234,000 next week. But then we will sell, obviously, the puts to open for the following week. If Lucid was starting to run heavily, I may go up to a 25. I may sit at 24, make a little less money. But I'm just going to play slow and steady. My progressive jackpot theory works. I know it works. Unless Lucid got hammered next week, but there's nothing bad. There's no bad news coming on this stock. So it doesn't matter if if the Dow goes down 1,000 points. Lucid is kind of its own drummer. It's out there on its own island. It does its own thing. Doesn't matter what any of that's doing. Everybody knows what Lucid is. Lucid's a new car company. It's an incredible car company, incredible design. The longest 540 miles on a charge. It has all this amazing stuff and lots of upside and possibilities. Their news is they're going to start delivering cars this month. And you know what? Last time I checked, there's 15 days left this month. They've got to start delivering a car here pretty quickly. So in the next week or two, that car delivery news is going to get this thing $27, $28, and then it's going to come back down. This stock's going to stay somewhere between $22, $27 until they come out with news in a couple of months later that says we've got more orders than we expected, or we just delivered 10,000 cars, or something exciting like that. That's what's going to move Lucid. So, that's what I got to say on that. Clint says, you said Viagra. Yeah, Clint, that's last time I checked, that's what Pfizer made, and that's where they made all their money for a long time. But unfortunately, when it was able to be made into a generic drug, because after so many years, generic drugs are allowed to be played, then these companies start to have to look for a new drug. So Ryan says, I played calls. All right, so you're betting on it going up. Like I said, I think Lucid in the next week or two is going to go up. I will tell you that is this. Remember, if we would have had those $25 calls that we made all that money on, and we also hedged many times and lost some money on the hedges, if we would have played those, they would be worthless today. So that market maker, I can tell you one thing. Some of the meme stock market makers and meme people probably love me because we lost millions of dollars. I don't think this Lucid guy likes me at all. So... what do we got here? Ancient TPK. We were waiting for the progressive jackpot. For that progressive, I'm waiting for it. But to get the progressive, we got to keep rolling it out, and stay right at $24 every week. It was crazy. I mean, yesterday it was $22.50. And then $24, and a day later it's. I mean, God, I wish we would have bought the $23 calls, 2 days ago when it was $22.50. We would have made a fortune. So there's so much opportunity in the option markets. It's so hard to know what's going to move. Like, I was shocked yesterday with the movement in Lucid. I was actually kind of surprised with the market being so strong today, Lucid, dropping. And then I was like, and that's why I always try to make my moves before Friday, especially with larger positions, because sometimes those market makers, they can manipulate a market by, 10, 20 cents all of a sudden. And, you think you got something just like today. Let's say we didn't roll out, or we were waiting to the end of the day, When Lucid is $23.43, those were 30 cents yesterday. All of a sudden at $23.43, they're 60 cents. All of a sudden, on 3,000 contracts, you're down 100 grand, and or towards the end of the day when they would expire worthless because the stock's above 24. But do you buy them back at 5 cents, 10 cents? There's a lot at play there, and even like with the rollout we did it a little earlier. If we would have waited to today to do the rollout. And with this scenario, and Lucid's above 24, those would have been worthless. We would have got 70 cents a contract. Instead, I got 46 cents. Well, another quarter on 3,300 contracts is another $90,000. So lots of stuff in play. Sometimes you just got to be happy you made money and take it like that. Clint says it was a joke. Thank God, Clint, you had me worried about the Viagra. Ronnie is really too risky. Lucid for calls in 7 days if it doesn't move up quick. Like I said, Lucid's going to move up quick the day they deliver a car. Otherwise, there's no reason for Lucid really to run much more. It's like I said, I think this $22 to $25 range is where Lucid belongs, where it's going to sit. Let's just pick up those premiums, and we'll hit that progressive jackpot on it. So, Clint says Lucid is the most shorted stock in the market. I don't know. I think sometimes these shorts and all that stuff that they tell you is all inaccurate. Christopher, I've learned from your put plays. Can you talk about the premium shopping you look for? Of course we can. The other thing is, based on the volume on the stock and everything, I don't think it is that heavily shorted any longer because all those people sold out, and I don't know. Well, and you can also look at GameStop. GameStop's still heavily shorted. I don't know, keeps going up or staying at this $185, $200 price range, which is mind blowing. AMC is heavily shorted. So the shorts can short a stock. The other thing is when a stock is so heavily shorted, that's actually a really good sign to go buy that stock for an upswing, because there's only so much stock that you're allowed to short in a stock. So if the stock is maxed out on short plays right now, and you get some heavy buying coming into it, or these Wall Street crazy people, meme players, that stock's going to run, and when that stock runs, everybody gets margin calls or will panic, and this is what happened with AMC. It definitely happened with GameStop, and all hell breaks loose, and then you've got to come so it could run. So Lucid being heavily shorted doesn't, that's not really a bad sign. People just think it's going to go down, but it has to go down naturally. So as long as all the astronauts keep holding that stock, it's going to do okay. And as keeps happening, and probably why when Lucid has positive news and the volume picks up and you see that 100 million shares a day trade, why it runs 3 or 4 points, 10-15% in a day instead of 5% in a day, or a little bit, is because it is so heavily shorted. So if all of a sudden 10 million shares of buy come in, that thing runs 2-3 points, and you've got a short position, you're short 100,000 shares of it, you're gonna start panicking and get worried. So definitely got to keep an eye on that. So Christopher says about shopping, his question's kind of straight away from, can you talk about premium shopping you look for? Sure. So kind of like we just said, so let's just take the puts to open. We go to the chains, and for example, let's take Apple right now. Let's take Apple, and let's go to next week, 7 days out. So to make this math simpler, this will be confusing because of the strike prices, but let's say the put to open strategy shopping a premium. So Apple right now is $144.84. Let's just make this really simple and say Apple was $145. The put to open is $1.41. So let me get my calculator out, because this is a mathematical equation that we will have to do. And a little trusty calculator. So, okay, you have 145,000. You basically have a 1%. Actually, this is pretty easy. You have a 1% premium. So if Apple is $145,000, and you have $1.40, if the premium was $1.45, that's a 1% premium on Apple. Now, if we take Lucid, and you go to the $24, since it actually works good because Lucid's $24.08, and we take the $24 put next week, it is 69 cents. So at 1%, which was what Apple is at for premium shopping, Lucid is at 69 cents. So 1% of 24 cents, $24 is 24 cents, if I'm correct. 2% would be 48 cents. 3% would be 72 cents. So Lucid is near a 3% premium. So that's why when I say premium shopping, that's what I'm looking at. Now let's take, for example, like that. Let's take GameStop for next week. And there's also volatility risks too, so don't get me wrong. So GameStop 183. So let's take the 182.50. At 182, 1% would be $1.82. At 2% would be $3.60. So GameStop's around that 3%. Now let's take that CRTX one. This one would be a little harder because it goes out. You have to go out the whole month. So you'd have to divide it by 4. But if you took $63 and you took a $65 call, I mean, this is insane. $65 and the put's $35. So I mean, that's over 50%. If you divided 50% by 4 weeks, it's like a 12.5% premium a week. So, like I said, I gotta research this one. I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I need to do it because this one is mind blowing to me. It just doesn't make any sense. But that's what I say when I say shopping premiums and stuff. So then you can take others. Let's take like Pfizer or something. It's gonna have a very low premium spread. So let's take the $41. Pfizer's $41.50, and they actually have. So this is for next Friday. They have a $40.50 put. It's 12 cents. So even at 1 cent, I mean, at 1%, it should be 40 cents, right? So this is 12 cents. That's why this stock isn't really designed to move much. I mean, it's pathetic. This would be, whoops, I'm looking at the wrong. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, or excuse me, 1%. So 41.50 is at 43 cents. So it's just a little bit below 1% because it's not expecting to move, 1 or 2 points. So that's why on, when I say shopping stuff, but your volatility level on this one is also much better, risk-wise and stuff. You shouldn't see it just tank, to 35 points, and you also probably won't see it go back to 50 points next week. So that's when I say shopping premium, and that's why I like Lucid, is because it does move, it has volume. That's the other thing. I need volume. So a lot of these stocks too, and that's what we were also showing, like on CRTX. If I came in, CRTX is only moving, today 500,000 shares, but when a stock only has 300,000 shares a day, and if you have 3,000 contracts, that's 300,000 shares. That's the entire day's contract moving. That can also play heavily into it. So those are all different things that I keep in mind, and when you're doing that kind of stuff. Hope that made sense. But that is what I got for you guys. But hey guys, terrific week in the market, up $375,000 this week, all-time highs for the last couple of months, and making a strong comeback. So hopefully it continues, and let's make lots of money. Wishing everybody terrific luck next week. Unfortunately, Monday and Tuesday I'll be in Cincinnati, Ohio at Belterra Park playing slots and gambling for you guys. So there won't be any live Raja Makes Money Monday and Tuesday. I come back Wednesday, so I should have a Wednesday show again. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week for you guys. But hey, wishing everybody the best of luck. Make sure you keep up on our social posts. Big shout out to all my YouTube sponsors in the house, and of course my Patreon members. You guys get all my trades in real time. So hopefully you guys made some money with me the last couple of weeks, because we're up $2 million in the last month. So definitely a great comeback. Everything's looking great. Can't complain. But thank you guys so much, and look forward to seeing everyone on the Big Jackpot channel Monday and Tuesday night from Belterra Park, Cincinnati, Ohio. And have a great weekend, and best of luck next week if I don't talk to you before then.